Yo, yo. Good morning. It is Monday, May 5th, 2025. Tanner, Drew, and Laura, we are live.
Ow. Oh, yeah.
Later on this morning, we've got your shot at tickets to go see Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams is going to be taking over what is this?
It's the Moda Center.
Oh, the Moda Center.
Yes.
I was looking at
the Pat Benatar Center.
Yeah.
I can't see anything. The Pat Benatar Center would be pretty sweet, though. Anyway.
Big announcement today. The Moda Center will now be called the Pat Benatar Center.
It's actually happening on November 22nd at the Moda Center. Bryan Adams and Pat Benatar together. We'll have your tickets all week. Your first chance is coming up here at 7:30 this morning. Also, we've given you a shot at $1,000 every single hour. If you miss this hour's keyword, we'll give it to you again right after the big story.
Let's get it on. And now, the big story.
It's time to go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Who wants to go first today?
I could go. It's a big day. The big story to me is millions will be spent for Cinco de Mayo. Of course, that day is today, the 5th of May. The annual Mexican holiday is expected to rake in quite a bit of cash. Now, they're saying at least 17% of U.S. consumers will spend at least $25 on supplies for Cinco de Mayo, spending up to $100. You know, you do the full taco spread, and if you throw in drinks, you're making margaritas, you're getting the mix.
Yeah.
You could get up to $100, no problem.
Yeah.
But it all sounds like a ton of fun, even though it digs in on a Monday this year. The research shows that most of the holiday spending will be for food and alcohol, and just get loose tonight, but be safe.
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be drinking a margarita on a patio somewhere.
Hey!
Yeah, sounds nice.
I think the big story is a new survey of the most livable cities in America has come out. The Pacific Northwest didn't fare too well. We didn't have any cities in the top 10. But this evaluates things like economy, housing, cost of living, amenities, transportation, things like that. So I will say that Vancouver, Washington ranked highest on the list. They came in at number 23, got Gresham in at 45, Eugene 52, Salem number 69. So we did have a couple of spots in the top 100.
Yeah.
But overall, Vancouver was the highest ranked out of all of those.
Who'd have thought?
I think the big story of the day is, and this kind of blew my mind when I read this morning, but President Trump has ordered to reopen Alcatraz prison.
Unbelievable.
Yes, the president has not only ordered it to be reopened, but he's ordered the prison bureau to make it to where they need to rebuild it.
Well, yeah, because I thought it was ancient. Like how are you going to house people?
Isn't it like a tourist attraction?
It is a tourist
can't you,
attraction.
go...
But he wants it to be rebuilt so the prison can hold America's most ruthless and violent offenders. Now, if you're wondering why Alcatraz prison and when it actually closed back in 1963 after 29 years, mainly because it was estimated that the cost, it was nearly 3 times more to operate Alcatraz prison than other federal prisons because of its location.
Everything has to be shipped to the island.
So Alcatraz apparently is going to be reopened to house some gangsters and thugs.
Huh.
It seems like be a long project, but we'll see how quick they
Get
can
him
get
out of here.
Get them to Alcatraz.
up and running.
Wow, Alcatraz. Yeah. What about the tourists? Like people who work at the tourist.
The gift shop?
Yeah.
I'd be like, what are we supposed to do with all these magnets?
Yeah. I think their job's in trouble.
Yeah, that's weird, but there it is, Alcatraz coming
And
back.
also, and I feel like there are, not only is it a tourist attraction, but I remember when I worked at the mall, there was a restaurant called like the Alcatraz Brewing Company. Like other businesses have been named and modeled after,
they brewed in a 100-year-old toilet.
Yeah.
The
But I mean, what
original
happens to-
Alcatraz.
Yeah. I don't think they probably, the drink menu is probably a little more appetizing at the mall restaurant, but I don't know.
Well, there it is. More on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. While you're there, here's this hour's keyword for your chance to win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. The keyword is bank. 1059thebrew.com's a website. Enter the keyword bank to win the cash. Good luck.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
It actually amazes me how much attention the debate about whether 100 men could beat up one gorilla has gotten.
Oh my God.
I saw them talking about it on the national news over the weekend. I saw them talking about it everywhere. Like everything I turned on, it seemed like people were talking about how, could 100 men beat 100, one gorilla.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it ended with our long discussion about it. There was never a consensus. I mean, I took 100 men.
I took 100 men too, and so did a lot of people. I was watching the videos on the news, and every person that I saw on the news was taking the 100 men, including Mike Tyson.
Oh, wow.
Mike Tyson was asked the same question, I guess on a podcast. I don't know if he must have been shroomed out of his mind or something, but
as usual,
there's a good chance of it. But they asked Mike Tyson about it.
Yeah.
And they changed theirs up a little bit. Theirs was, could 100 Mike Tysons beat a gorilla?
Oh, I see.
Well, I would think so.
That's what he said.
Oh, sick, man.
Oh, that's not it. Hold on.
I was hoping that was the podcast he was on.
Here's Mike Tyson.
Who wins? 100 Mike Tysons or one gorilla?
The gorilla's gonna get if you have to think. No, serious. 100 of us, right? 20 at a time rushing them, fighting them. Probably got, he's not gonna do well. We're gonna stomp his teeth out his mouth, kick him in the grab his I mean, he's not gonna do it, man.
No, he says it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, and he has stomped some people.
He's bitten some people, so he knows what he's talking about.
I'm still not convinced.
You're not convinced. You're
But
still
I
going
think,
with the gorilla.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out.
I saw a zoologist on the news, a zoologist who said, "Yeah, the gorilla's going to lose." Listen, the gorilla's going to Donkey Kong some people for sure. First 75, 80 people are going to get yeeted, but eventually people are going to overtake it. So yeah, I mean, you chose wisely, Drew, with the 100 men.
They might. I mean, I figured they'd get them by 30. 30 dead men on the ground before you're really starting to hurt it.
Yeah.
And then once it's hurt, and once you gouge an eye, break the teeth off.
But I just thought it was hilarious at how many people were chiming in on that debate.
It's a very hot discussion.
Yeah, for like 2 weeks.
It's very animalistic.
I mean, they were talking about it on CNN over the weekend.
That's crazy.
Dead News Day.
Tonight at 11, Trump's tariffs. And can 100 men beat a gorilla?
Yeah,
What?
truly.
The
though.
debate rages
What
on.
are you doing? But that's what happened.
The most important debate in America.
How was your guys' weekend? Did you do anything exciting?
A lot of checking that just dad mode boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, play some soccer.
We had soccer Saturday and Sunday, but it's we're turning around, and then we got tryouts.
Always
coming
blows
up.
me away how much time and money the soccer stuff can take up.
Yeah, and we're only playing one sport. You look at these other parents; they're playing 2, 3, some 4 sports.
How do you have time for that?
They
That's
don't.
crazy.
They look wrecked, but they at the same time what they're trying to do, and I get it. Now my kids aren't gonna get a scholarship in sports. They just play to try and get to a team. But some of these people, they have really athletic kids, and so they're trying to let them dip their foot in all these ponds at their own expense.
See which one they like.
Yeah, but it's very expensive. I can't even
my neighbor
imagine.
across the street was telling me about his kid in soccer, and they did really well where they were traveling to like Las Vegas to play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying it was like 5 to 6 G's just for everything together.
Yeah, because you have to pay for all of that. You have to pay for the travel and all the meals and everything else that comes along with it. So
Yeah, like lacrosse, my 2 brothers spent the entire weekend in Bend. That means hotels, the whole deal. They sent a picture to the family group text, and all the kids are just like passed out because all you do is play sports and travel, sleep.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's different than when we were kids because, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th graders, we're still kind of like figuring it out. Now it's like, who's in the league?
Well, and I remember everything I was involved with, and I was not good at sports. I tried, but everything was with school. So it's like I feel like a lot of it, like I don't remember my mom taking me here, there, and everywhere. I was on a bus or some sort of passenger van if there was an away game, but it was never
Some station wagon.
Yeah, it feels more involved now.
They turned sports into like taekwondo or whatever, like where they figured out, they can really rake you for the cash if
Yeah.
they build it like a league and not just like have a dad coach and this and the other. So yeah, they've got a pretty good racket in every sport and in martial arts and the whole deal.
Yeah.
What about you, Laura? Did you do anything exciting? I saw that you posted a video of you eating waffles by yourself.
I was eating waffles by myself. I did do that. Man, my Saturday was so lame. So I woke up. I woke up on Saturday morning, and I had a little bit of work to do, but I didn't have to do it right away. So I was like, I'm just gonna ease into my day. So I went to Powell's and I bought a couple of books because I needed some new books to read.
Love that.
And then I went to a place in the Kenton neighborhood called Ann, and that's where I got my waffles and chicken. And then I got home and I was like, I'm sleepy. So then I took a nap for 3 hours. And
Laura
then,
takes naps. She'll just take like a 6-hour nap in the middle of the day sometimes.
Yeah.
Chicken and waffles midday. I've been there though. After you eat it, you're like, okay,
You're in a coma.
It was
I'm starting to curb.
Kind of a heavy meal. So I went home and I took a 3-hour nap, and then I got up and I got my work done, and then I watched movies. I watched 3 movies over the weekend, you guys. You'd be proud of me.
Anything that we recommended?
No.
Oh, for God's sake.
Of course not. But I did watch. You know what I watched?
What?
Tusk.
Oh my God! Why?
Man, welcome to the.
Get out of here! You watch that over the thousands of great movies you've suggested.
I also watched
Hell or High Water.
I also watched Melancholia. Have you ever seen
Never
that?
even heard of that. I don't even know what that is. I don't even care. You watch garbage, and I can't believe you.
I think everybody
so offended.
needs to see Tusk at least once.
Oh
though.
my
Yeah.
God!
I mean, come on.
We've recommended like 98, 99% ratings on Rotten Tomato type movies, and she's going to watch Tusk.
But you've seen Tusk.
I have seen it.
Yeah,
and I can't believe
It's
I
a
wasted my
nightmare.
time.
And that's got the guy who just got wasted at the ski park.
Yeah.
Haley Joel Osment's in that.
Yep.
It makes me crazy. Like we've recommended good movies. Like
Recently.
yeah.
So we were just going through a list of them last
Hell or
week.
High Water is the first one that came to my
I
mind.
watched 4 Rooms like 2
4 Rooms.
weekends
There
ago.
you
I
go. At
watched
least-
that.
Did you finish it?
No.
Oh my God!
You're just the worst.
I'm sorry.
You
Just the
did that.
worst.
You cannot say I watched 4 Rooms.
I watched 3 Rooms.
I'm currently watching 4 Rooms.
Watched 3 All right.
Almost.
God,
You guys
heaven.
seen 3 Rooms?
See, you're so frustrating. We recommend because I know she's gonna like these movies. Like, she's gonna come in here and be like, "Yo, why did I wait for so
You're
long?"
like, you gotta see the Terminator 2.
Well,
And,
it's a good one. I don't think you are gonna love that one compared to some of these
Terminator 2 is pretty
others.
good.
She hates everything that has to do with sci-fi and
Yeah, but that Terminator's like different.
it's groundbreaking. But the effects don't look as cool as they used to. You know, back then it was like,
yeah.
wow.
So I don't have the
Liquid
nostalgia
metal.
factor. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tusk is 2014.
Yeah.
You were digging in the bag. You could have just picked one.
It
of
was
them.
on my list, and I decided to get weird with it.
This text from 9985 says, if you purposely watch Tusk more than once, you've got issues.
The first
Yeah, no, I mean, that's
time
one and done for sure. But
when I saw that, I felt like I had wasted a night so bad.
You're just mad.
Like, oh,
Could have done anything else.
yeah.
All right.
what'd you do, Tanner?
I actually got a lot done, man. This weekend was busy. I went to a comedy show on Saturday. I went to go see Thunderbolts on Saturday as well. We
How
got
was
a new
that?
pressure washer at Costco. Thunderbolts was good. Comedy
Is
show was
Marvel
good.
back?
Marvel is back. They teased the Fantastic Four at the end of the movie, you know, and I was excited about it, you know.
Ooh, that's good.
So yeah, I liked it. It was funny and it had a lot of explosions, and that's all I really
right.
want
That
Yeah.
checks
in
the
a Marvel
box.
movie. But my new pressure washer, that's where it's at.
Yeah, you're ready to pop the box on that.
I already did it.
Oh, you did?
Did my whole driveway yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Because when we were talking about it, I didn't know if you were gonna have time.
No, I didn't think so either, but I got home and I did it right away. So
Nice.
it took me like 2 hours. But
That's
I
how
was,
you know you're an adult when you're so excited about pressure washing your driveway.
But it
So
looks so
stoked.
much better after it's done.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
just did mine, and like when you walk out to your car in the morning, you're like, yes,
yeah.
this looks nice.
Yeah, I felt really good about it. When I left my house today, I'm like, yeah, I did that. I'm a man. I'm a man.
That's mine. Look at those edges.
Looks good. Anyway, let's get to this hour's keyword again for your chance at $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. It'll take you less than 30 seconds to enter this contest, and you have until 7 a.m. to get this hour's keyword in, and then we got to start again. This hour's keyword is bank. Log on 1059thebrew.com and enter the keyword bank.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
And now, Bruce Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, it was the Kentucky Derby over the weekend, and I do this every year where I watch no horse racing all year long, and then for one morning, I sit and I stare at horses that I know nothing about.
Yeah, but I mean, that's people with most sports and championships in general, you know?
I mean, compared to every other sport that I bet on, this is the most, like, wild card thing. So
I bet it would be
scouring.
so fun, though, to get a big old hat and a suit.
And to go.
Yeah.
Go to the Kentucky Derby.
And this is the first year that you have like a legitimate, like DraftKings has a horse app, which I'm not going to be playing the ponies all the time, but on this day, you can kind of simulate it in your living room. So my kids were like, and I were watching all these horses. We're watching YouTube and TikTok, and everybody's got their angle. And there was just this one horse that everybody kept talking about online that was 7-1, that wasn't the favorite. And his name was Sovereignty, and I put $20 on this horse.
Yeah.
And he was up against the favorite, Journalism, 3-1. Everybody's favorite, at the thing there, everyone's holding up their sign of what they picked. Journalism's everywhere. Well, then this happened.
Journalism and Sovereignty, nose to nose, down to the last 16th of a mile. Sovereignty has taken the lead. Journalism is second toward the inside. Baez is third, but it will be Sovereignty to rule the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. $20 turns into $179.
Hey.
If you pick that horse
Pretty
at a
good.
long shot. I was pretty excited. Definitely doing some aggressive jumping and swinging these arms in the living room.
So how many laps do they do?
It's just one big lap. Like they come around the start. They start before the start line, like the
Yeah.
lap. So it's like a lap and change
Okay.
that they do in the mud this time. But the reason that it's still important today is this horse is up in the air for the Preakness. So trying to get the Triple Crown, the trainer says he's not sure if he'll race yet. We'll keep you posted. There's your sports.
Thank you much. All right, this hour's keyword, and you have until 7 o'clock to get this hour's keyword in, but I wouldn't waste any time. You only have a few minutes left, so do it right now. It'll take less than 30 seconds, and you could be $1,000 richer, just like, what's her name here?
I think her name's Carmen.
Carmen? Yeah, she's from Portland.
No way! I'm gonna cry. Hi, I'm Carmen from Salem, Oregon. I just won
Salem.
$1,000 just for listening to iHeartRadio.
Gang, gang.
That's right. Get some.
Get it.
This hour's keyword is bank.
Nice.
As in, it's been a while since I actually been inside of a bank.
Yeah, it almost when you walk in, it almost looks like they look at you going,
What are you doing here?
You don't belong here.
Did you not see there's a thing outside you can use?
1059thepro.com. The keyword is bank. Good luck.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Now, what's trending?
All right, when you get a chance and you're bored today, if you're at work and, you just want to surf the web, man. You can check out the website, 1059thebrew.com. We got a lot of stuff online, like the Donkey Show podcast. It's our show after the show. Totally unedited and uncensored. Our parents hate it, but and our bosses aren't too fond of it either, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Still looking for an audience who really loves it.
I swear to God, this is a question we got from one of our bosses once. Why do you do the Donkey Show?
Why?
Like there's just
Like
that was it.
It wasn't like, why is it called the Donkey Show?
No, it was like, why do you do it at all in the first place?
Wow.
Why waste your time?
Well, first of all, isn't it a company mandate,
It
boss
was
man?
a long time ago, but not anymore.
Okay.
It's not a mandate
really?
now. We do it out of the kindness of our hearts.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was
a
a mandate,
no
but-
idea.
Yeah.
Why do you guys even bother?
There was
still
one boss
doing
that actually tried to talk me out of doing it. Like, just stop doing it. I go, why? Why? There's a lot of traffic there.
Yeah.
People enjoy listening to it.
Right.
Yeah, well, he also gives a glimpse into behind the scenes and just stuff we don't have time for. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's got its purpose.
Well, we'll do it until the wheels fall off.
That's right.
Yeah.
1059thebrew.com. Also, DJ Cumberbund is back.
Oh, boy.
And he's done another mashup of Start Me Up by the Stones with I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross.
Okay.
And let's see if this sounds any good.
If you start me up, if you start me up, I never stop.
I guess you gotta like disco or whatever the hell. Rata. Anyway, all that's online at 1059thebrew.com.
Oh.
You don't like it?
I don't know what I think about it.
It doesn't have a long-term place in my heart.
No.
All right, listen, we've got your chance at $1,000 every single hour today. If you were to win $1,000, Laura, what would you buy?
You know what? Probably a new set of golf clubs.
Oh, what?
I'm just kidding. I don't play golf, but maybe I'd start. Maybe I'd pick up a new hobby.
You should.
All right. $1,000. What could she get? Like what kind of clubs for $1,000?
For $1,000, you could get fitted for something down at the old golf shop.
All right.
They'd let you give a couple whacks out back, and you'd be able to pick a bag.
Man, I'd love to be able to pick a bag. Whatever bag I wanted, Drew.
Yeah, well, no, just what you got, the $1,000.
1059thebrew.com is the website. Here's the keyword.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Yeah. All right, this morning we'd like to know, since it's Monday, it's early, we want to know what's your week look like? What do you got going on this week? Is it a busy week? Is it a slow week? Is it just, maybe there's just things like kind of splattered around the week, sporadically? Well, what's going on in your week this week? 866-445-1059 is the phone number. This week I do have a busy week, man. I got a busy day today. I got a busy day tomorrow.
What are you doing today?
Today I got to take my dog to the groomer. I've got to pick up my mom's wheelchair. I've got to drive that over to her place in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I got tomorrow I got to take my dog to the groomer. I have a therapy appointment so I don't lose my mind.
Yeah, that's always good. I don't. Do I have a therapy appointment tomorrow? I should probably figure that out.
On Tuesdays you do, don't you?
No, I think they switched to Wednesdays.
Oh.
So Wednesday I have a therapy appointment.
Yeah, I do it every other Tuesday. It used to be every Tuesday when I was melting down.
So
after my when my relationship fell apart, when my dog was stolen, that's when I was seeing the therapist like every.
Your dog was
well, we broke up, and it was my dog, and she
you
took
lost the dog in the divorce.
It wasn't like kidnapped from your backyard.
Yeah,
or anything.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
got it.
She just, it was he took to her more, and I just felt bad about keeping him, even though I broke my heart.
I
Anyway,
get it.
I always say he was stolen, even though he technically was not.
And he got a replacement dog, and he loves Cooper very much.
But what's your week look like? 866-445-1059. You can also shoot us a text message on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line at 98197.
Yep.
Laura, do you got a lot going on this week? You always seem to be pretty busy during the week.
I honestly don't have a ton going on this week. I have just like the usual stuff. Like I have my Silks class tomorrow, and then
And Silks, if people don't know what that is, she like hangs from the roof or like the ceiling.
It's kind of
on those
silks.
silks.
It's like the aerial
Yeah.
acrobatics, if you will.
She's insane.
I'll probably go get a margarita, sit on a patio at some point today. It's supposed to be beautiful outside. Celebrate some Cinco de Mayo action.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. You know, because today I guarantee we're going taco and over at my place.
It's supposed to be nice too today, right?
Super
It's gonna be beautiful.
Tomorrow's supposed to be like 82 degrees or something.
No, I'm excited. I'm ready for it.
What about you, Drew? What does your week look like?
I do have just a standard Cinco de Mayo home edition tonight, where I drop Lucy off at soccer practice, and then come back and have a little taco. Maybe pick up some tequila. I don't know if I've got the guts to go that far. Probably just how about I'll drink the lime seltzer.
There you go.
Later down Periscope, though, I do have only one fence post this year that needs replacing, so I'll be pulling out a rotten post. Not today, because it's a holiday.
Oh, don't do it tomorrow. It's going to be hot as balls.
Yeah, it's mid-70s. It's not so warm back there in the trees.
Okay.
It's in the shade.
I'll get it up. If I wait any longer, I'm worried that
It's going to be really, really hot. Yeah, I guess a good point. All right, let's go to Dallas. Dallas, good morning. What's your week look like?
Good morning, Brew Crew. Well, it's the busy season at work, so I mean, every week has been busy lately, and but we're gonna go and celebrate tonight at the Waterfront Festival there for Cinco de Mayo, and also got to take the car into the mechanic because for some reason it wants to keep tripping a check engine light.
Oh, God.
Love that.
It's like Laura's car.
Yeah, I just got mine fixed. It's a good feeling, though, when you turn on your car and no lights come on. You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's living.
When that dash doesn't look like a Christmas tree, it's always nice.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to have to leave it there, you think, or do you think you could just sit in the lobby and have them fix it?
Oh, it's going to have to stay there. This has been a recurring problem that hasn't been fixed yet, so it's going to stay until it's fixed.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Well, that sucks, man. We'll have a good time at Waterfront tonight. I mean, the weather should be perfect. The Waterfront in the summertime, it's like
the best.
As long as you don't get like a whiff of pee or vomit, it's pretty great. It's like one of the best places.
And since it hasn't been just hurricane raining like it normally does at this time of year, I don't think you're going to have as much of the old stenchosaurus when you're down there. It might not stink.
Yeah.
Dallas, thanks for your call, bro. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
We got text messages coming in on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line, and we want to know what's your week look like. What do you got going on this week? Doctor's appointment, maybe? Laura had the gyno last week. You know, maybe there's something you got to do like that.
Thanks for revealing that to everyone.
Well, you told us on the Donkey Show.
Yeah, on the Donkey Show. That's where all the embarrassing stuff goes.
All right. Did you find out something embarrassing?
No, just standard.
Okay.
Yeah, all is well.
All right, good.
Nice.
Hey,
great to hear. Dying to hear about the all clear.
This text comes to us from 4677. It says, I'm flying out to Nashville, Tennessee tomorrow to go see Pearl Jam twice.
Oh, nice.
A double dip.
That's dope.
I mean, I guess if you're going out there doing all that, you might as well get what you can.
Are they doing like two shows?
They must
Probably.
be.
You know, like that's what they do at the Gorge sometimes, where they'll just double dip it and then get out.
All right, now we're going to play Jeremy for a second time.
I feel like a lot of times they only play a handful of cities, but they'll
do a
play them twice.
couple of shows. Yeah. All right. Let's go to, is this downtown Tina Brown?
Yes, good morning, Brew Crew. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday, downtown Tina Brown. What's your week look like?
Well, today is my 49th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. My husband surprised me with Leavenworth tickets at Christmas time. And you guys, I recently became a postmaster. So I'm actually going to ride out my last couple weeks at the post office and become the big boss here in just a couple weeks.
Oh, that's great. So you don't actually have to leave the building anymore. You don't have to deliver mail. You just get to stay inside.
That's right. And I'll actually work Monday through Friday and have Saturdays off from now on.
That's
amazing.
That's great. Well, congratulations, downtown Tina Brown. That sounds like a pretty good week.
Hey. Thanks. So, yeah, my week's looking pretty good. I hope you guys have a great week as well.
Well, quick question, though. Is the boss allowed to take Fridays off for bacon and beers, or are you now locked into being responsible?
Well, I think since I'm in charge of the schedule, I think I can.
There we go.
Bacon and beer and some trash bandit days on Saturdays now. Like, this is just going to be epic.
You're great.
Nice.
Bing bong. We love you, downtown Tina Brown. Thanks for calling in.
Love you guys too. Have a great day.
We want to know this morning, what does your week look like? What do you got planned this week? Is it something you want to do? Is it something that you have to do? Like, going to a bunch of soccer games. I mean, I guess it's great to support your children, but good God, how many soccer games do we need to go to?
Tanner, did you hear that in his voice? He goes, I mean, I guess it's great to support your children, but I mean, come on now.
We have text coming in. This one's from 7186. It says they're going to Ryan Adams shows. 51-53 in Grants Pass on Tuesday. Is this the guy who says he keeps going to a bunch of those shows?
Yeah.
So he's going to, this is his 51st through 53rd Ryan Adams show that he's about to see.
Not Brian.
Yeah,
Not Brian.
Ryan Adams.
Okay.
He's going to go to Grants Pass on Tuesday, Tacoma Thursday, Portland Saturday, and he's off work Sunday night. Bing bong.
Damn, son. Speaking of Brian Adams, though, we do have those tickets.
All week long. As a matter of fact, we got another pair here in a few minutes.
It's not Ryan, but...
Yeah, it's no big Ryan.
We've got an Adams.
Correct.
Yeah, right. What does your week look like? Tell us now. You can download our iHeartRadio app and shoot us a talkback message or a text on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line at 98197. Happy Monday. Let's get back to work. It's 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing.
Portland's rock station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Wanted to know what your week looks like. Do you have a lot going on? Maybe you got to get your oil changed.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you've got a meeting with the boss that you're dreading. I think we have one of those pretty much every week. So,
dread them all.
Yeah, maybe you have a meeting that could be an email or several of them.
Right?
But it always sucks when you know that this is the week where you've got your review or whatever, where you got to come to the table and sit with the boss.
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
Make or break.
Yeah. What's your week look like? 866-445-1059 is the phone number. I know, Drew, besides like the kids and stuff, you just have just work and then protein shakes and push-ups.
What else you got going on?
Well, I mean, I do push-ups, and Peloton and all that crap, but that's all like routine stuff. Actually, stuff to do for myself, it's pretty light, to be honest. Like, there's just, there isn't enough hours in the day really to have a whole lot of hobbying going on right now. I'd like to go. They're opening a brand new rec center by my house that's got a little golf course.
Oh, nice.
It's been closed for 2 years for renovation, so I'd like to sneak away and, hit some balls, but the likelihood of it, I'm actually thinking is pretty light.
So how far are we from the weather being nice?
Well, tomorrow's 82 degrees.
No, but I mean like all the time.
It's pretty nice there constantly. It's a little cold in the mornings, but, we're spending a lot of time in the driveway lately. And
this week looks pretty great, but next week is not looking great. So this week it's going to be sunny until about Saturday. It'll be a little cloudy, and then Sunday it looks like it's going to be raining at least through Wednesday. So. Well, at least that's what it says now, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure. And even the rain now, it's like it rains in the morning and then
we need to squeeze a little in, or we're going to be living that wildfire life.
Yeah.
What's your week look like? We got a text coming in from 6403. It says, I'm a drummer in the band Full Stop, and we got a gig this Saturday at Misfits Bar and Lounge. Show starts at 8 p.m.
Misfits.
It's the day before Mother's Day, so you can
I forgot about Mother's Day.
Make it up with a... Yeah.
Mother's Day is Sunday, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Sunday.
we all got that this week too.
Yeah, everyone's got Mother's Day.
Yeah.
All right, I got other work to do.
I got the card in the mail, so I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, well, you've got a long distance lucky thing going there.
This text from 7055 says, "Can y'all please shout out my son Sal? It's his 18th birthday today." Oh, so he's got a birthday.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Happy birthday! Congrats on being an adult.
Let's go to Leather. This is Biker Pinocchio, I believe, on the phone. Good morning, sir.
Yes, it is. You know what? I got to change my incoming message to Pinocchio Mike.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Wait, what did he say?
My caller ID
He
will
said
show up that way every time.
he needs to change his caller ID.
Oh, to a Biker Pinocchio?
Yes.
Yeah. When we saw him at a Bacon and Beer, he was wearing a leather vest, and or Biker Aladdin, I guess, would have been worked too. Either way, good morning. What's happening? What's your week look like?
Good morning. My week is full of 9-hour days of work.
Damn.
Actually, right here by the radio station. I'm working at that new apartment building up there.
Oh,
what is that? Give us all the information.
He just said apartment building.
It's apartments?
Yes. Yes, it's going to be an apartment building.
We were wondering, it's right on the I-5-217 interchange. They've been building these buildings. We're like, it can't be another office space, is there? All these offices are empty, but it's apartments.
Yeah.
This one's an apartment building.
Huh.
So with a two floors of parking structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing all week long.
All right.
Go to the gym probably 3 times this week.
Apartments right there?
That's such a strange location.
Right next to the freeway.
Oh, my goodness. I know, in the back of the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, sharing a parking lot with a bunch of businesses.
Are they good apartments, or are they kind of like budget?
I can't say what they're going to be, but they're pretty big.
Wow.
They're pretty big apartments.
All right.
You can't say.
Well,
I don't know if they're going to be low income or regular housing.
Okay.
Luxury apartments right next to the freeway.
Yeah.
That's
definitely going to be it.
Some people like that white noise.
Yeah, I love the white noise. Just not a truck at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, you're going to get
Makes
plenty.
me want to go to sleep.
All right, Biker Pinocchio.
I want to go to sleep right here on the concrete.
Love your face. Be safe on the job this week, because anything could happen.
All right.
And wear your
It'll be nice and warm
sunscreen.
this week.
Yeah.
And wear your helmet. Do they have to wear helmets too?
Yeah,
probably.
I think so.
Hard hats.
It's probably a good idea.
Want to know what your week looked like? This text from 7431 says, today's my niece's 16th birthday. Happy birthday, Lily.
So many birthdays.
She has a Cinco de Mayo birthday.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. There's a good party every year. At least there's always great salsa, tortilla chips at the party.
That's true.
Coming up in a few minutes, more your calls and texts. Also, we have your Brian Adams tickets this morning. It's 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever?
$1,000. Boy, I could use that money. I went and bought a new pressure washer over the weekend, and it was kind of spendy.
Yeah, but did you return the one you already had?
I did, but, you know, it was still more than the one that I had to return.
Yeah.
He's trying to relate, Laura. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to get the details straight.
$1,000 for whatever you want to buy. A pressure washer be really nice. A new grill. I was also at Costco yesterday and saw those flat top Blackstones. God, those are dope.
Yeah, I'm eyeballing right next to that. There's this Weber that's on sale until the 11th.
Yeah.
They got a few more days.
Drew, you just got a new Weber grill.
No, I did. No,
you won one.
That's a charcoal grill.
Okay,
it is a Weber
gas grill.
It is a Weber charcoal grill. Though.
Yeah, I have a charcoal. I want to get a gas grill. Mine's all busted.
Got it.
So that's
got to have at least 9 sheds and 7 grills.
Yeah, but I don't have anything
backyard.
that just has the bars that work.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Which is the standard go-to
issue.
grill.
Yeah, I've got everything but the standard grill right now.
Well, you could get it if you won the money. The keyword this hour is bills. So log on 1059thebrew.com, enter the keyword bills, and we could call you back within just a few minutes with the cash. So if you see a strange number on your phone, pick it up. It could be us. Happy Monday. It's 1059 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, all this week we've got tickets to go see Bryan Adams. Not Ryan Adams, but Bryan Adams.
Correct.
We've been talking about both this morning, so we'll make sure that's clear.
Yeah.
Mr. Bryan Adams. He was the one who did that video that went viral, right?
Which one?
Was somebody, like a fan came up and took over.
Tried to take over the stage.
Yeah. And he was cool about it.
Yeah.
He let him get a little of his song in and actually worked it right into the number.
Did we play that on the Donkey Show or this?
I think we
maybe
played
both.
It. Yeah, it's a classic at this point.
Yeah, the guy, like the fan rushed the stage and took over and started singing, but as soon as security took him away, Bryan Adams just picked up where that guy left off.
Yeah. The crowd loved it. The crowd loved it. I hope he didn't get kicked out.
Oh, he's gone. Absolutely.
I got tased.
You're out of here.
All right, coming up next, we're going to play, what are we going to play?
Tomats.
Oh, that's right. The game is called the Rotten Tomatoes game. We like to...
Also known as.
Tomats. The Tomats game.
Yes.
Caller 10 and 11, you get to play that coming up next. We're going to give you some movies. You just have to tell us who's rated higher on Rotten Tomats. Very simple. 866-445-1059 is the number. Good luck.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake.
I got pressure washer back, man. I just got my lower back pains from the 2-hour pressure wash session yesterday.
Nice. Were you able to complete the job or at least a portion of it?
Kind of. There's some spots I need to do again.
I like to wait for it to dry after, because you do it, you rinse it off. I like to wait for it to dry before I put the pressure washer all the way away.
Yeah.
Because, you're going to be like, is that good enough? So, today you'll know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it again. But, man, that's when you know you're getting old. You're just, you have pressure washer back.
But I also feel like that's hard work, and that would probably take a toll on anybody.
Yeah, I was slouched over for a while.
I think it's the angle because it gets you every single time right there. And then when you go to move afterwards, it's just so tight.
I love it though, man. I'll take pressure washer back, and it is so satisfying to do that. Like I even watch the videos on YouTube or TikTok when they speed them up, and it's just a guy like doing a yard or somebody's driveway.
I like watching the rugs.
Yeah, I love that.
the cleaning the rugs.
It's very
so
satisfying to watch. I don't get it. But.
The only time pressure washing is not fun is in the corners because you get that splashback.
Yeah, right. Let's play this game, the Rotten Tomatoes game, also has Rotten Tomatoes. Tomatoes. All right, we are going to give you a list of movies, and you're just going to have to tell us which movie's rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes. I go to Rotten Tomatoes for everything. Like I went and saw Thunderbolts over the weekend. Always make sure to check the movie rating before I go and see it. It doesn't, like if I really want to see it, I'm still going to go see it even if it's a bad rating. Mm-hmm. But it does help me, give me an idea of what I'm going into.
Yeah. Now, what did Thunderbolts have? Is that in the game?
88%.
88
on Rotten Tomatoes. On Rotten Tomatoes.
And I think it won the box office, so I guess summer season at the movies is officially here.
Yeah, it was good. All right, let's meet our contestant this morning, calling from Vancouver. His name is Richie. What's up, Richie?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's happening, bro?
How you guys doing?
Doing well, man. Richie, what's up? Go ahead.
Just getting ready for work.
Nice. What's the last movie you watched?
Last movie I watched was Companion.
Oh, yeah, that's what'd you think about that one?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Who's in it? Megan Fox?
No, the girl from no.
He said it was good.
Oh, that's sad but true, Drew. I can't remember her name.
There wasn't really any stars, but it was just really cool. Like it was like an AI kind of thing. And they don't know that they're AI. Yeah, they don't know that they are. And everybody is, and you don't know, and they're trying to get the money.
All right, well, I'll check it out.
All right.
No, he won't.
Siskel and Ebert.
He will not.
All right. I'm going to give you a list of movies, and you're just going to have to tell us which one is rated higher. You got to get at least 3 out of 5 to win, good sir.
Let's do it.
By the way, if you lose, you have to listen to us give your Bryan Adam tickets to somebody who did nothing. Which movie's rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? Good Will Hunting or The Hunt for Red October?
Good Will Hunting.
Is Good Will Hunting rated higher on the tomatoes? It is. Hey! Got a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hunt for Red October only has an 88%.
Wow.
That's still very good.
What movie's rated higher? Cinderella or Snow White?
Oh, Cinderella or Snow White? Cinderella.
Cinderella rated higher?
What?
I'm sorry.
That's ridiculous.
Snow White's the OG.
Yeah, it's the OG, but I mean, it's a little tired.
Snow White has 97%, Cinderella at 95%.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Close.
I mean,
Okay, 1-1.
What's rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? Tusk or Hostel?
It's fresh in my mind.
Tusk or Hostel?
Tusk or Hostel? Hostel.
Is Hostel rated higher? It is.
2-1.
Tusk has a 46%, which is way too high.
Oh, come on now.
What's rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? Next one.
One more and he wins.
And you win the Bryan Adams tickets. Harry Potter or Twilight? Harry Potter or Twilight?
Oh, that's tough. I'm going to say Harry Potter.
Is Harry Potter rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? It is.
Yeah, all right.
Harry Harry
Yeah,
Potter
boy.
has an 80%. Twilight has a 48%, and rightly so. That movie's garbage.
48, and people were so into it, like kids or whatever, adolescents.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Yeah.
48.
Laura was into it.
I was not
all the
into
Twilight fans.
Yeah, Laura's Team Edward.
The
They're like
Twihards.
hardcore.
Yeah,
But-
you look like a team
But
Edward.
they have a whole amusement park, so I figured, yeah, let's go amusement park.
Yeah, good call.
That's true.
Very good call. Hang on, we're going to get you tickets to go see Bryan Adams at the Moda Center
Awesome.
in November. We'll also have another pair of tickets coming up tomorrow.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
And now, the big story.
It's time to go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Laura, you want to kick it off?
I can kick it off. Yeah, I think the big story is a test of the soil for the foundation of the new Burnside Bridge actually turned out better than expected. Of course, the bridge is being built to withstand a major earthquake, so they dug this 10-foot wide, 125-foot deep shaft, and then they tested it with equipment that applies massive pressure to see how the soil holds up.
Now they're going to grow weed in it.
Maybe, because this project is going to take a while, but they are going to be able to build the foundation of the new bridge with supports the same width and depth of that test shaft. The project remains in its design phase. It has been delayed a year due to federal funding uncertainties. So we've got a while to wait,
Just
but
wonderful.
I mean, at least now it sounds like at least we've got the go-ahead to get started on it soon, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit, but it's nice to know the soil's going to work out. The big story to me, guys, is the Pope Mobile.
Oh.
You got to be wondering what's going to happen with it, and I know you both were going to see if it came up on the buyer's market, but I have to break the news that it will actually become a mobile health unit for children in Gaza. Now, Pope Francis had many concerns about the ongoing war there and noted that children are the first to pay. So it was set up that the very car that's used to protect him, the Pope Mobile, will now be full of doctors who will go into sketchy situations with the equipment and life-saving materials to help these children. And I feel like Francis was the most down-to-earth of the popes of our time. So we'll see who comes next.
Yeah. I think the big story of the day is the bike from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which I don't know if you ever saw that movie, but I wanted that bike so bad.
That movie was paramount.
He had that thing hidden behind like a grass bush. The thing came up like a garage door.
Yep.
And he had the coolest house. I wanted that bike so much. Well, someone now has it. I'll never have
Someone
it now.
else is living your dream.
They are living my dream.
Did they say how spendy it is?
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman's iconic bike from Pee-wee's Big Adventure recently sold at an auction for $125,000.
Woo!
Damn,
that's actually, I know it sounds dumb, but that feels light.
$125K?
Well, you think about rich people with nostalgia. They'll do anything.
And there was only 14 made for the movie. It has been restored to maintain its original appearance because it started to the seat was flaky and things were falling apart.
Yeah,
I see. This is why it's not $1 million.
It's not like one of a kind.
Because there's a bunch of them and it's refurbished.
But I wonder where the rest of them are. You know?
Some other nerds live in my dream.
Yeah.
I want the bike.
But it means your dream isn't dead because if there are a handful of them, one could show up at a garage sale one day.
I know you stole it, Francis.
Wow. Would you recommend Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
It's a Tim Burton movie. It's like Tim Burton's first movie, as a matter of fact.
But I mean,
of course, you start there. You watch Pee-wee's and then you build.
Skeeves me out, though. He's a real weirdo.
I'm going to turn your microphone off. Insult a true American.
In real life and in his fictional
He made one mistake. he wandered into the wrong theater.
It was a pretty big mistake.
He thought he was going to E.T.
More on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. Just Google it. You'll get it. 1059thebrew.com. While you're there, enter this hour's keyword for your chance at $1,000.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
You know, when I'm walking around like at the mall or if I'm out at Oaks Park or something, I'll see guys with their wallets in their front pockets. Mm-hmm. And I'm always like, man, that's got to feel weird. Every time I put my wallet, I definitely do it when I'm on vacation. If I'm in like a big crowd, I'll put my wallet in my front pocket because I'm afraid of being pickpocketed.
Yeah, in a paranoid state.
Even though I've never been pickpocketed. But some guys wear it in their front pockets all the time. Like that's just their spot. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about this a little off the air last week, and it got us thinking, like, where actually do you wear your wallet?
Because what sparked the conversation is I looked over and there's just this wad in Beefwater's pocket.
He does this. He wears his wallet in the front.
Yeah, right now he's packing a front right and some khakis.
And I hate
there's
like
a lot of bulge.
I don't even like having my keys in my front pockets. Yeah. Like that bulge that you get in your thigh. Like I really don't like it.
You should get a fanny pack.
I should get a fanny pack.
Honestly, you guys know that I'm a big fan of the fanny pack.
Yeah.
And I don't know why more men don't wear like a satchel or a man bag or something, because the fact that you guys
put
your
ask
keys
that? No one wants
and
a
your
satchel.
wallet
I wear one.
Especially the way people wear them now, where they wear it like a messenger bag, but you just look like a big dope.
You know what?
That's me.
I wear my fanny
me.
pack like a messenger bag.
Yeah, so do I.
And it's
But
cute.
I think there's a
But
difference.
it's so
You wear yours,
uncomfortable.
Tanner, you wear yours into work. You're not wearing a satchel bag at Safeway.
No, you're right. I'm not.
There
doing
is
that.
a difference between you and the man with the
There's
MERS.
like the man purse. Yeah, the MERS.
I don't want to paint you into that corner this morning.
Thank you.
I mean, I know there's like I don't know if you're worried about like stereotypes or whatever it may be,
Sure.
but it just feels like carrying your wallet in your front or your back, it just seems uncomfortable.
It is uncomfortable.
Right?
Like I hate carrying my wallet just in general. Like I leave it in my back pocket, but like when I sit down in the car, I'm always at an angle.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's how you get back problems.
Yeah,
I
so I usually take my wallet out, and a lot of the times I'll just leave it. I forget it. I shouldn't say this on the air, but I sometimes leave it in my car
See?
because I take it out.
Yeah.
And it'll get, forgotten. My wallet is always back right. Now, I always, even right now on the show, you look down, I'm lean to the left. I do the show to the left.
You're cheeking.
The wallet, though, it kind of sits out to the right when I sit down. Like it's kind of hugged to the right side of the pocket. So I'm not like sitting directly on my wallet.
You know what's crazy?
It's over there.
I just Googled this. Casey, Beefwater Bay, you might be doing it right because it says
I am doing it right.
The most recommended way to wear a wallet is in the front pocket.
Yeah.
according to Google AI.
Because I'm sure there's so many reasons why that would be. But so where do you put your keys, Drew? In your back pocket also?
No, my keys, well, at this time of year, they'd be in a jacket, not on me. But if I'm in shorts or whatever, my keys are a light enough bundle that goes in my pocket.
I like the janitor clip right on the old.
I can hear him jingling.
That's a look I can't get behind.
I did that in school. I used to have, everyone knew I was coming because you'd hear me jingle.
Jangling along.
I moved my wallet from the back pocket to the front pocket because I was told this is going to cause you hip issues and back problems. So as you're sitting on your wallet, you're sitting at a weird angle. Mm-hmm. And that's how I got my hip dysplasia, as everybody saw on my walk last week.
Yeah, we can see it in the video at 1059thebrew.com.
So, yeah, it was recommended to move it to the front pocket, and once I did, there was no going back. It doesn't bother me at all. I like it in my front pocket.
You got a big old lump in your...
Yeah, well, listen, I never carry less than $37,000 cash.
You know when you look down and, like, everybody is self-conscious about the way your pants look to your shoes or your shirt to your pants, and just having a big old nodule.
Well,
just hang on my thigh.
I'm going to put my wallet in the front, and look how goofy it looks.
So this is the beautiful part about Creston on 50 here, is I don't care about that stuff anymore. It's all about function.
Okay.
It's a lot.
That does look
too
bad.
much.
It doesn't look great.
I don't look like I'm packing something?
But wouldn't you be constantly like dealing? My thigh feels weird. I just put that there. My thigh does not feel right.
Immediate rejection.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that, Beef.
Maybe you guys
look weird when
maybe
you do
your
that.
pants are too tight.
And
maybe
that's
the problem.
I think I have like a butt cheek dent that has built in over.
Yeah,
I mean,
I for sure do.
it's been many years of walleting.
Yeah, that's why you don't feel it because it's a part of you now.
Yeah, it's just my little spot.
Well, remember me when you've got scoliosis.
How do you wear your wallet? Do you rock it in the back pocket? Do you leave it in your front pocket? Do you not even carry a wallet? Or you just leave your cards randomly like in your pocket?
Some people
I have a friend
like just like a clip.
Yeah.
That like a money clip, or they keep their cards just in a clip.
Let's go to
keeps it thin.
Let's go to line one. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
I agree with Laura. After living in Hawaii, you always wanted shorts and tank tops with the phone, the keys, the wallet, everything else. I have like a military side bag. It's not very big. It's like a belly bag, except it hangs off the shoulder.
That's a purse.
And you might want to call it that. But it's got a pistol in it generally too.
Oh, okay.
See, he's packing.
It's military grade stuff.
He's no less of a man.
In that case, call it what you want to call it.
One more time, Smarty. What was that?
Well, great stuff, man. And you carry that everywhere you go, like even to the grocery store and stuff?
Well, the gun, no, not necessarily. Usually only places where I think it's going to go off, like malls, movie theaters.
That makes sense. I see. So, like, I see what you're talking about.
I have it with me everywhere I go, and tease me about it all you want, but it is so much better than having a file cabinet in my back pocket.
Dude, I hear you. Like, my wallet looks a little thin right now because about 2 weeks ago, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I cleared it out, and there's a bunch of business cards of people I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I met them. I don't care about what they're doing, and I just it was like 30 business cards I just threw away, and that gave me a lot more space.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like, and that's good that you're able to do that.
Empty wallet, no money, no cards.
See, I get blown out pockets from the cards that I collect, so when I get rid of them, I have to get rid of the wallet.
You do have to be mindful about clearing out the wallet periodically.
Because it stretches out to all the cards.
You drop your Visa somewhere.
Yeah, but then your wallet also gets stretched out, and then it's you thin it out, but then everything's a little loose.
It gets used to all those worthless business cards.
Yeah.
Let's go to Biker Pinocchio back on the phone. Good morning.
Yeah, I got a backup case.
You wear your wallet in the front too?
Yeah, but I downgraded all my cards, everything into one of those Ridge wallets.
Yeah, like the super thin setup.
But don't you have to like unscrew that thing and then put your stuff in there and then screw it back down?
No, sir. It's got elastic around it. It opens up to like about an inch where you can have all your cards in there. It's awesome. You got to try it. Okay. It's way better than a wallet, I'm telling you.
All right, because I need something new, like I want something more modern.
You'd think he'd just tuck his money into his leather vest.
Tanner,
yeah.
Quit carrying all your receipts with you.
They're not in my wallet anymore. They're actually in.
They're all in my center console.
They're in the center console of my car.
What I actually call...
What happened?
I'm storing them
It's
there
so true.
until I freak out and clear them all out without looking at
They're
them.
in my tax folder. Where's your tax folder? Well, it's actually the console of my vehicle.
Tax folders in your back pocket. That's why you got hip dysplasia.
Yeah, you're right. I'll do that when I get home. Thanks, Biker Pinocchio. We appreciate it. How do you wear your wallet? Where do you wear it? Or do you not even rock one at all? Maybe you got everything on your cell phone now. You don't even carry an ID. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm leery about that. Like, I love the notion of it, but you know how it is. Like, once technology goes down, we're sunk. We lose the internet for a minute, it's over with. Something happens with your phone, it's over with.
This text from 6586 says, the wallet goes in the back pocket. However, as a female, front pockets are barely big enough to hold a chapstick. So
That's true.
we're either
no
forced to
room.
carry a purse or have our man carry it or leave it at home.
I carry nothing in my front pockets. I'll put my cell phone in my back pocket, but nothing goes in the
Well,
front.
you couldn't
just
fit a
Those are for
Tootsie
thighs.
Roll in
No.
those things
Yeah.
half the
Yeah.
time.
And when you do, there's like a big bulge. It looks weird. You're
you
like,
look
"Oh."
like Casey.
All right, well, I want to tell you about my friends at the Advocates real fast. If you've been in an accident, you've been injured in an accident, you know that like the last thing you want to deal with is your recovery on top of an insurance company. They're difficult. They make things more stressful. And, you know, sometimes you're hurt on medications, and that's the last thing you should be worried about. You should just be focused on your recovery. That's why you should let the Advocates take care of it. I actually saw a commercial with the Advocates on TV the other day, and Ken and Donnie are starring in the commercial. Reach out to those guys. They're great people. They know exactly what to do and exactly what to say to these insurance companies to make sure that they pay you your money. It's all that you're asking for is just what you are owed. Advocateslaw.com is a website. They've gotten over $100 million for their clients, and they don't even get paid until you win. So even if you don't, not sure if you have a case, reach out to them, tell them your story. They'll be able to point you in the right direction. Advocateslaw.com is a website. Tell them Tanner sent you. That's advocateslaw.com.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
1, 2, 3.
And now, Brew Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, the second round of the NBA playoffs did kick off over the weekend with the Pacers coming out strong against the Cavaliers, the best team in the East. But don't say that to Indiana, who's got that victory, 121-112, taking a 1-0 lead, and that steals home court advantage. Also, though, the nightcap did not disappoint as the Warriors took a little bit of time to get the engine going, but they did their standard Game 7 behavior, knocking off the Rockets. Now, here's the wild thing. They win 103-89 after a big second half from Steph Curry and Buddy Hield with 33 points. They've knocked the Rockets out of the playoffs 5 times in the last decade. So think about that. You live in Houston, and every time your season ends, it's just Steph Curry going, woo, standing on top of the scorers table. So hopefully for them, they can get it moving forward. I thought this was their year to get over the hump, but the Warriors are the Warriors. Tonight, you do have a doubleheader starting at 4 o'clock. It's all on TNT. Don't forget, this is the last season of TNT basketball. It's been a staple my entire life. So now it's going to be moving over to NBC. If you want to get some of the last moments from this great staff they have over there, it's tonight starting at 4. There's your sports.
Thank you much. You've got 30 minutes to get this hour's keyword in and win $1,000 from the Cash Squatch. The keyword is cash. You can do this on your cell phone or your desktop, and it'll take you less than 30 seconds. 1059thebrew.com is a website. Enter the keyword cash, and then, keep it on your phone. Good luck. Coming up next, we want to know, how do you wear your wallet? Or do you even wear a wallet? Some people, we were hearing that, we're finding out that they don't even carry a wallet. Like, I got a friend who just carries her debit card and her ID loosely in her pocket.
Mm-hmm. You remember the old pocket protector where the dude would just have shirt pocket with mad action and a pen?
Yeah.
I bet somebody's doing that still.
I guess that's all you need, though.
I think Beefwater still wears one of those.
He's a year away from getting his first one.
Yeah. Well, you guys are just really on the ball this morning.
Are you grumpy?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, you still tired from the walk?
No, he's grumpy.
I'm doing good.
He's grumpy.
I'm doing good.
That hip is screaming at him.
Yeah. All right. More of your calls and texts coming up after Quiet Right. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 105.9 The Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
All right, how do you wear your wallet? Are you somebody like Beefwater who wears it in the front, which is really uncomfortable and you look goofy, but that's what he does? I will do that when I'm in public for sure. I don't want to trash on him completely, but I wear it when I'm in public, like at Disneyland or it's any public place. I've never been pickpocketed, but I have a big fear of it.
Mm-hmm. When you are in the back pocket, are you right cheek or left cheek?
I'm a right cheek guy.
So I'm a back right cheek. Well, I only have two cheeks, but I'm a right cheek.
Yeah.
I would think whatever dominant hand you are, that's automatically where
That's a
your
good point.
wallet goes, because that's where my phone goes.
Yeah, where do you wear your wallet? A lot of text messages and talkbacks and calls are coming in. Geez, let's just hear. Okay, we'll go to the phones first. I don't want these people to hold on forever.
Okay.
Probably sitting at a stoplight. Let's go to line one. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
Fifth line one?
That's you, man.
All right. Happy Monday, Brew Crew. McD here. Wallet wearing. I've got this thing. I've had it since like 2012. I got it as a gift. It's called a Scott E vest. So Scott and the E vest has 25 pockets. And dude, I wear that thing and I keep my wallet in it. I keep everything in it. It's crazy. It's like Laura
So
said,
you just wear a vest?
Yeah, you're wearing a massive wallet vest. It's like you're going to rob a bank.
Yeah, he probably looks like he's fly fishing.
No, it's the same getup John Popper wears from Blues Track.
With all the harmonica.
Jesus.
That is, to say you wear that every day, no offense, to each their own, that's a bit aggressive.
check it out. Well, you guys have seen me dozens of times when I've had it on.
Right. So. I didn't know you have all kinds of jewels and goods packed in your bag.
I've got 37 wallets.
Yeah, he travels like I don't know. He's got all sorts of little knickknacks. And
so, do you buy like different colors and styles?
You know, it's a good question, Laura. Go to the website, Scott E Vest. They have every kind of type of clothing.
I'm not asking for myself.
Laura's
I want to know about
one
you.
For sure. Anybody want to stick a gum?
No, I know what I'm getting.
A mood ring.
I know what I'm getting
want
everyone.
Some tater tots?
I know what I'm getting everyone for Christmas this year,
really?
and it's a Scotty vest.
I want to run it.
Oh my God.
You know, Laura, I've got I was given a black one as a gift, and I actually wore that out, and you have a new one. So I've actually gone through one whole Scotty vest.
He wore one out.
Oh, man, I bet that thing stinks hugging body every day.
All right, McD. Thanks, buddy. Love your face.
You're awesome, McD.
Love you guys. Later.
See you, buddy. Yeah, we got some talkbacks coming in on our McLaughlin Chevrolet. What is it? Hold on. Which
the
one?
iHeartRadio app.
Yeah, whatever.
Morning, Brew Crew. The last 15 years, I've had my wallet in the front pocket. When I went to Lollapalooza back in 2010, everybody said, don't keep your wallet in your back pocket walking down the streets of Chicago. So I kept it in the front pocket. Shortly after that, my buddy had surgery because he had a hernia from keeping too much cash in his pocket and sitting on his wallet while he was driving.
What?
That was enough for me. Have a good day, guys.
That's a baller right there.
What a problem to have.
Yeah, maybe I will switch it.
I don't think I've ever had that issue. Too many Benjamins in my pocket to
Carried
give me
so much cash I blew my guts out.
Hi, it's Tanner, Joe, and Laura. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi. How do you wear your wallet?
I wear mine in my front pocket. When I was going to like the Satiricon and stuff, and the concerts and different stuff like that, I would stick it in my front pocket because I didn't want it in my back pocket. So I'd stick it back there. So, you got this bulge in the front now,
And then when I'm in public, I do the same thing with my cell phone. So I got the bulge in my right pocket because that's where I got my wallet. And then my cell phone's in my left front pocket. So I'm just walking around with two giant goofy hips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just don't like it, but I get it. When you're in public, you don't want to take the chance.
Why don't you just slim down the wallet?
Yeah.
Like some people have said, like ditch the wallet and get, like something I have like the little card holder.
Yeah.
It's metal, so maybe not the most comfortable, but
maybe.
But it's very small.
Oh, maybe I'll get that fanny pack that you've been rocking.
I think everyone should have a fanny pack.
See, I got a water
Thanks for the
wallet
comment.
back right, and then when don't have a jacket, I got the OtterBoxed phone in the back left. It's almost like body armor for your butt cheeks. Both are protected in case of emergency.
My butt cheeks look square.
Yeah, well, one of them, I got a rectangle butt cheek. People are wondering what's going on. It's an iPhone.
I always low-key respect the old timers when you see them whip it out, and it's like just a wad of stuff wrapped in a rubber band.
Yeah. And the old timers have the biggest wallets too. Yeah, I feel like it's a brick back there. In the pocket.
They have receipts from 1985.
More talkbacks to our app.
I keep my keys attached to my waist with a little carabiner on my belt loop, and my wallet in my purse, and my boyfriend keeps his keys and wallet in the inner pocket of his jacket.
Okay.
So much more convenient than touting it around in your pants pocket. It's super uncomfortable when you're driving too.
Yeah.
I don't actually carry a wallet. I haven't carried a wallet since probably right out of high school. I used to rock the chain on my wallet, but since I got rid of the wallet, I just keep my phone in my left front pocket, and I have my ID, my debit card, and one other card that fits in the sliding panel on my phone case. It's really convenient. No need for a wallet.
All right.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Mr. Illegal here. I have one of those Ridge wallets. I usually carry about $100 cash, and I have 5 or 6 cards in my wallet, and it's carried in the front pocket, and it is not bulky at all. It's a great wallet. You got to try it.
All right. There it is.
Well, I will say, since making the move to the front pocket, there's been no looking back.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to look for your wallet. Your cheeks are empty.
It's great. It's
and
just
with a
right
butt
there.
like Beef Waters, you
That's
don't
right.
block it with a wallet.
That's a good point.
The bouncing
exactly right.
berries, they call them.
You can see those cheeks, by the way, from the walk from last week at 1059thebrew.com on our Instagram. All right, one more call, then we got to go here. Siri and Steve, good morning. How do you wear your wallet?
Hey, good morning, guys. I wear my wallet on the rear back cheek. But let me tell you, I always had a bulky wallet. Always had like business cards and receipts and stuff like that. And my pants actually bulk, like my back pocket bulks out even with the wallet's not there.
Yeah.
It's like printed on there.
Yeah, because his wallet's so goofy and big.
Mm-hmm. It's like a
Yeah,
square
and then
chew can.
Yeah, I started having like back problems and stuff like that. I thought it was from driving. I've been driving since I was like 19 and I'm 50 now. And then my doctor actually told me it's from my wallet.
Oh, yeah. So it causes real
For sure.
problems.
Yeah, I mean, I have that's why I take it out when I drive, because it makes my hip and back hurt. So, all right, Siri and Steve.
Right. So, so my wife got me a small one right now. I carry 3 cards and an ID. And even now, man, I'm at work. I put it in my lunchbox when I'm that, I take it out when I get in the car. So yeah, it's very, very, like, it helped quite a bit.
Okay,
believe it or not.
Thank you.
We got there.
I love you, Sierra. Appreciate it. We got there. Took a little bit. We got the end of the story.
Yes, we did.
All right, more of your calls and texts coming up in just a few minutes. Where do you wear your wallets? Is it in a fanny pack like Laura? Is it in your front pocket like Casey, or is it in the back like a normal human being like me and Drew?
Hugging cheek.
Your calls coming up.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew.
Oh, man.
What was that?
He went to say your name and almost threw up.
Did you
That's
just
mean.
dry heave while saying my name? That is
a little bit.
So rude.
Sorry, there's something in my throat.
Is that a subliminal message?
That girl's here this morning.
Oh.
Her name is Laura. Her name is Laura.
God, what
She's-
the?
Well, you make a big impact. You cause indigestion.
That's the very least I could do. Lots of dicks today.
That was very rude, Laura.
That's you.
I don't know why you say that.
Check it out. Everyone knows it.
All right. Coming up here in a second, your chance at $1,000 in cash. But first, a few more text messages coming in. People chiming in. How do they wear their wallet? Beefwater was in here a second ago and wears his wallet in the front, like in the front pocket.
Yeah.
I'll do that in public because I'm afraid of getting pickpocketed, but
Yeah.
I don't do that normally. It just looks goofy.
Yeah, he punted on fashion years ago.
We got this text coming to us from 1735. It says, I wear mine in the back pocket. I have a Ridge wallet. A lot of people seem to have
A lot
those.
of that. I think it's just that thinner deal. I don't have the size of wallet I used to. Like when you look at it, that's pretty darn thin anymore. But I shouldn't have even. I mean, there's money in it though. How rare to even have like actual cash in a wallet?
That's true.
Well, he says he's got a Ridge wallet, but it was really hard to make that change from his old Massive wallet. But now I'd never go back. It's a little pricey, but worth it. This text from 1880 says, I want to know, why did Steve start driving at 19? Why?
Well, he's probably started driving trucks at 19.
Oh, I see. Yeah. 3103 says, I started putting my wallet in my front pocket full time and almost never got pickpocketed at the McDonald Theater in 05.
Said almost never.
Well, yeah,
He almost got pickpocketed in 05.
I was gonna say, I was like, okay, well,
Because if you're
At
in a
least you tried.
subway, like when I was a kid, we'd be traveling and you'd go to like London and you would never dream of leaving your wallet in the back pocket. But
Right.
I feel like you get in close quarters, you got to protect your gear.
I've seen this on, I feel like an infomercial, but this person says there's a belt that goes around your waist and it has a little tiny wallet on it and it goes underneath your clothes.
It's a money belt.
Yeah, I've seen those. Like when you travel.
Yeah, so when you used to travel, you remember what a traveler's check is?
Yeah.
And those would be inside, just like right above your junk. They'd have to rip at you pretty hard to get that.
Give me that junk and those traveler's checks.
Yeah, give me those checks and that junk.
They're like, bro, watch your hands.
3623 says, I keep my wallet in the front right pocket. Back pocket messes up my hip alignment. Yeah.
It seems like a lot of people are saying front pocket, you guys.
I know.
Maybe you should change your ways.
But it's probably also a lot of people who are in the car more often, or they're at their desk in that seated position.
Here's one that's weird. 4146 says, I'm right-handed, but I wear my wallet on my left cheek. Like Laura suggested that you probably use your dominant hand.
Yeah, you're a maniac.
In Vegas, I wear it in my front pocket though. My middle and youngest both wear theirs in the front. They also carry their phone in their front pockets as well. They just look goofy.
I know, but kids these days, they've got
super
their
baggy
pockets
pants.
could fit a 40-ouncer in it.
Yeah.
It's not like the old days where you just have no room.
7427 says, during the winter, my wallet is in my coat. Come springtime, I move my wallet back to my backpack. This one from 1880 says, oh my God, this is really a problem for men. My husband has tried everything, tried every kind of wallet, an expensive one, the cheap ones, the mid-grade ones. He's tried them all and still not find one that is satisfactory to him.
Time for a fanny pack.
And I feel like, when do you do this where you reach for your back pocket like almost as a security check?
Yeah.
Like you're walking along, you're like, oh, and you just touch right there. That's how I know my wallet's there. If we start moving pockets,
I'm gonna freak out.
I'm gonna flip.
And I
out.
do it a lot. Like when I put my cell phone in my front pocket, I always
Where
panic,
is it?
and then it's right there.
Oh, it's in that other pocket.
It's the thing making my left leg look goofy as hell. Like I got a tumor.
But I'd rather have peace of mind that when I touch back there and I feel something solid, that means wallet's intact.
Yeah.
It's in its spot.
I mean, you just have to change your habits. I mean, anything's going to feel weird when you first start, but after a couple of weeks, it'll become normal.
I don't need the anxiety.
Okay.
Maybe I should get a fanny, just like Laura says.
I'm just saying.
Rock the fanny.
I mean, it's just the next step in quitting or punting on
all right,
anything.
I'm gonna look for a fashionable one on Amazon.
Yeah, get one with like some rhinestones or something that's gonna stand out.
They'd match your bedazzled jeans.
I wonder.
I don't wear bedazzled jeans.
I wouldn't mind so much on your hip as if you go across the chest and you're just wearing it in here.
Get out of town. You're telling me that you would give Tanner less crap if he came in here wearing a fanny pack around his waist?
I just want to see it.
I'm
I'm trying to support the idea.
This text from 9414 says, I have a magnetic clip wallet in my front pocket.
See, I think that might mess with your whole body compass. You don't need a magnet next to my junk.
Your chance to win $1,000 in cash happens right now.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura, and it's time to do another edition of...
And now, Tanner, Drew, and Laura's Dumbass of the Day.
You know, when you win the Powerball, you think you start getting things taken care of. Like maybe if you had a bunch of bills, you take care of that. You start becoming like a good citizen.
A financially responsible person.
Yeah, just a responsible person all around.
Yeah.
You'd think, but no. This person in Kentucky, he won the Powerball and then ended up in jail.
Oh, no. He try and start a criminal empire with his cash?
Oh, he ended up in jail right after cashing the ticket. So this guy from Kentucky, his name is James Farthing.
Okay.
He had quite the week. He won $167.3 million.
Oh, that's a good haul.
Yeah, that should be enough.
Then he was arrested the very next day.
Oh.
Why?
Farther, cashed his Powerball ticket on Monday, and then on Tuesday he was charged with battery of a police officer, and the arrest documents accuse the man of kicking the officer in the face during a dispute with a third party.
I wonder if after he won, he got hammered. And things got loose.
I'm rich now.
The good news is he can afford his defense.
Right?
That's true.
I bet you had something to do with that. Like, I'm so rich now, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So I'll hit this cop and I'll just pay the fine or whatever.
Which is not a good idea.
I do wonder if the altercation between he and the third party, if that stemmed from like an argument over money.
Yeah?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
it was
Like, hey, that's my ticket.
A buddy or a family member or something like that. And
Well, he did say that he is looking forward to sharing his winnings with his mother. He says, I've caused a lot of stress on her, and I've made some bad decisions in life.
Kind of like yesterday.
He says it's going to be a very good Mother's Day.
Well,
that's amazing.
good.
I mean, it's like, did you assault a police officer? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Enough about that.
Yeah, I just paid off your debt, Mom.
Do you want millions? Do you want to go car shopping?
And that's exactly what he did. He paid off his mom's debt, or he's going to, because he just got the money.
Very nice. But I
Awesome.
mean, you kick a cop in the face. I don't think that's going away.
Right.
No, yeah.
You
But I think your
grin and-
lawyers,
you gotta
like if
pay
you got
some-
$167.3 million, you got lawyers that's just going to be like a house arrest or something.
No, you're going to do some time for
You
kicking
think?
a
Well, when you're this
167.
rich-
He's so rich that when you're rich, you can do anything.
And part of it
Yes.
is they'll work it into a donation system where he pays a giant exaggerated fine and they get to build a park.
Yeah.
Like there is a way
The
around.
precinct gets new guns.
Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden the boots are a little shinier and they got the Hemi in the car. All because this guy's not going to jail.
Huh.
Now he might for kicking that cop's head through the goalposts of life.
I hope Laura's right because he should. I'm so
He
sick
should.
of rich people getting away with anything they want.
Yeah, it's
even if you've only been rich for a week, I don't care.
Yeah, I was going to say, so because he's newly rich and relatively unknown, like
mean,
he
we
doesn't
don't
have
even-
the clout to go along with his name. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Laura, you have a point. All
Well,
right.
we'll see. I mean, it's the same thing with like the Diddies of the world. They're not convicted till they're convicted.
Oh, by the way, that trial starts today,
Yeah.
I think.
So okay, they're picking the jurors for Diddy's trial today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when President Trump was on trial.
That's
You're not
gonna
going to find
be-
anybody who doesn't know who this guy is with a
That's gonna
story.
be tough.
Who? Puff Daddy. Never heard of him.
Right.
Yeah. Like that's going to be kind
Very
of
tough.
crazy.
It's going to be on the fringe of, oh yeah, I don't really know him.
Mm-hmm.
And how long is that going to take to pick the jurors?
I don't know.
I don't
And why
know.
isn't this televised? Why, that's another thing I'm
Because
sick of.
I guess it's like a federal court.
Oh,
thing.
come on.
Is MTV doing Making the Jury or
Too soon.
in the
Drew.
flavor
Too
of
I
Making
soon.
need
the
you to go
Band?
get me a donut.
You look back on that. That was pretty mean.
I want to see him and his beady eyes close together,
Yeah.
sitting there on trial. you
It's
know?
not fair that we don't get cameras.
We're gonna see those stupid sketch drawings of Diddy.
Yeah.
I know. Which probably aren't going to do him any justice.
And, well, I
No,
know, and
right.
everyone's going to think that the guy can't draw because
His eyes are gonna be
the
so
face
close
is
together.
symmetrical. He's like,
that's really
I
what
did
he
it
looks like.
on point.
This is exactly what he looks like.
Look at it.
We'll keep you posted on what's going on there. Let's check the iHeartRadio app and see who's sending in some talkback messages this morning.
Okay.
You can send us one anytime. Just download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone. Once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button.
Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know.
I think my computer locked up.
Hello.
Ruh-roh.
Let's try this one. Oh, my computer's totally frozen.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Sweet.
my. What is happening?
Not fair.
Typical Monday stuff.
It really is.
Yeah, I think if you give it one of those kicks that he gave that cop, it'll get going.
Just give it a try.
It's not working.
Oh.
All right, whatever.
Don't kick it.
More of your calls and talkbacks coming up here in just a few minutes. Download our iHeartRadio app and hit the microphone button to record a quick message. It's 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We're commercial free.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Off the air, we just came up with a really good idea for our next Bacon and Beer.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked.
Mm-hmm.
Like
but
Laura
it's
just
a secret.
Laura threw it out there, and it's funny that she threw it out there, and I kind of thought about it over the weekend. Like,
yeah,
we're on the same wavelength right now, Laura. We're thinking the same things.
Yeah.
And our next Bacon and Beer is going to be magical, Drew.
It all makes sense.
I'm ready.
We're not going to announce it yet, but we do have a really cool theme idea. We just have to figure out where it's going.
How's that for a tease?
Yeah. We just have to figure out where it's going to happen and when. When and where.
Yeah.
That's all we need to figure out.
Minor details.
Some little deeds.
Yeah, so who wants a B&B? Bop, bop. Who wants a Bacon and Beer at their bar? I mean, the last 3 or 4 of them, we took over McMenamins.
Yeah.
So
There's plenty of spots left to be hit.
Yeah, what part of town should we be hitting up? Should we be in Vancouver, which we haven't been to in a while?
We haven't been to Washington in a minute.
Yeah, we haven't been to Milwaukee yet, I don't think.
Oh, I love Milwaukee. I was just in Milwaukee yesterday. I got some great finds at the Goodwill.
No, you did.
In Milwaukee.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you get?
I got some framed artwork, which both of you, I'm not gonna show you
Loose
the
interpretation
pictures
of art,
because-
I'm sure.
Yeah, because you would make fun of me. And
Well, I mean,
also
you never
got-
know, because sometimes you could find like a gem. You know, it could be worth a lot of money and somebody didn't know they had.
These are not worth.
I'm
any
guessing
money
you got
at
a
all.
dusty vase.
No dusty vases this time. I did get some mixing bowls.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Susie O'Micker over here.
Well, yeah, where should we go for our next Bacon and Beer? What part of town should we hit up? Have we been to your neck of the woods yet? Have we been to your favorite bar?
Mm-hmm.
Let us know. You can shoot us a talkback message through our iHeartRadio app or a text message on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. That's it. It's 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Happy Monday.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
.1059 The Broods, Portland's rock station. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, $1,000. We know it's not the Powerball.
The Powerball.
Man, a grand would come in handy, especially with everything so damn expensive right now. Like,
yeah,
concert tickets are expensive. All the summer shows are coming up.
And today, you could go Cinco de Mayo crazy.
Yeah.
You get some Don Julio, tequila, the good stuff.
Yeah, no well tequila for you tonight if you win.
You go into one of those fancy grocery stores where you don't even have to look at the price of the beef because it'd make your nose bleed.
Yeah.
Go buy some of that flank steak tonight.
You can buy what's the tequila that's in like the ceramic bottle? It's like white and it has like the blue little top on it. It's really tall.
It sounds expensive.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure exactly.
You see it on the shelf everywhere and you're like, I know I can't buy that because it just looks expensive.
Yeah.
But tonight you can.
Yeah.
If you win the cash, though, the keyword this hour is fun. You've got until 10 o'clock to get this hour's keyword in at 1059thebrew.com. As soon as you get there, a box will pop up. Type in the keyword fun, and then just keep an eye on your cell phone because we could call you back with the cash. Good luck from the Brew.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Well, it looks like the Real ID deadline is upon us. You've got until Wednesday to get that Real ID, or you can't fly. Actually, I guess there are some ways to get on an airplane still.
Yeah.
We're finding out.
Mm-hmm.
I still have not gotten my Real ID yet, but I was told that if I go to like a kiosk at a Fred Meyer, it's a lot quicker.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how quick that'll get you the actual ID, if it'll come in the mail or
at least to get the process going.
I thought you could only get your registration renewed at the kiosk. I don't know if you can actually get a Real ID at a kiosk.
Don't
stomp on his parade.
I could
He's
be
trying
wrong,
to
but like I don't want to send him to a Fred Meyer and then he's going to come in and be like, it turns out you can't get a license at a
It's
Fred
going to be
Meyer.
the end of the world if he has to walk out of a lobby of a Freddy's.
I'm going to ask Google, can I use the DMV kiosk to get my Real ID? Yes, you can use the kiosk to renew your vehicle registration. Oh, okay, but what about...
Hey, thanks for the help on that.
Yes, but actually, no.
DMV kiosk is available inside select DMV offices and retail locations during regular business hours.
Now, I think... I do think you can still make an appointment, and if you go to a quieter one, like the one in Lake Oswego, we made an appointment, and I walked right up and then got my ID. Now, granted, it wasn't in the heat of battle like it is now, but I think an appointment still works.
I want to avoid it altogether, though. The DMV smells funny. And
But
you're late in the game here.
Here's the deal, though. Why don't you just get a passport? Because you're going to need a passport probably eventually anyway if you plan on going anywhere outside of the United States.
But he needs a Real ID, too.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, though, if you have a passport.
I know, but eventually you just need to get the new sauce.
I mean, yeah, you look cooler.
Hey, Court, what's up, bud? Why do you sound annoyed already?
What's up?
This is
I'm not annoyed. I just said, what's up?
It's his natural state of being.
Yeah, when I do call Court, he's like sometimes you just want to call and just talk. Just, hey, what's up, man? What's up? And he's like,
he's not feeling that.
Hey, what's up, man? What do you need? Like, what's going on? Like, dude, just chill out. I just want to chit chat for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy. I got things.
He's busy. What were we going to ask him? Oh, yeah, Real ID. Do you know if I can use a kiosk at like a Freddy's to get my Real ID?
Ooh, I don't think you can just use a kiosk. I think kiosks are just for like renewing your license. But I think for the Real ID, you actually have to go in, get a new picture, that whole thing.
Prove that you're the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. This is what I'm reading. First of all, if you don't have your Real ID by Wednesday, which is May 7th, they say get to the airport at least 3 hours early.
Oh, my God.
And that's not a guarantee that they're going to let you
I always thought 2
fly.
hours was a lot.
Well, yeah,
so you
but
can
now,
still possibly go without
maybe, but they say bring as many other IDs with your photo as you can.
Maybe they're just trying to give you like a window, like for the idiots who haven't done it, we'll let you go see grandma.
But I do
These
feel like
warnings
it's
started
probably
5 years ago. Remember they delayed it like 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
This is like a half a decade old.
If you haven't gotten
But
it
it's
by
always
now,
a mess.
that's on you.
I think they don't want a Karen flipping out inside of a United Airlines.
Yeah, and think about how many people are going to miss flights if they just go hard line.
Yeah, but if they don't, I mean, if you only show up with your license and it's not a Real ID and you didn't even try, there's no way. They're going to turn you away. You're not getting on your flight.
I mean, if you have...
So I have to go to the
my
DMV.
Malibu Grand Prix card.
Yeah, and it has to have your photo on it. So, like, maybe you could bring, like, a Costco card or something, but...
So I have to go to the DMV to get my
I would not risk that unless you have a passport, global entry, or Nexus, a permanent resident card, like all these things that none of us have.
Here's my employee ID card from Target. Here's me at Milwaukee High School.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know it's me!
Court, do you have your Real ID yet, or are you like me and haven't done it?
No, I don't, but I have a passport because the passport will let you get on the plane. So that's the only reason why I've been putting it off. I'm going to wait until like the whole thing dies down a little bit, then I'll go get it.
Yeah, I have no passport. I have no Real ID, and I was going to go see my grandma at the end of the month in Texas.
You still have time to do it. Just go
think?
to the
You can get it's not like the passport where it takes 6 weeks.
Okay,
it's
all right.
one afternoon.
I don't know why Laura has to use so much attitude.
Because it's just like, well, now I can't go on a summer vacation. Yes, you can just go do the thing.
It's May. It's done next year. It's over.
Well, forget my holiday travel this year, I guess. I just do without.
All right, Court. Well, I hope your Monday gets better, buddy.
My Monday's fine. It was just doing great.
Yeah.
That's a lot of yelling.
It was doing great till you called.
We actually got a lot of people over the weekend sending texts and talkbacks, and numerous people giving Court a big shout out to because he did walk with Casey the entire time last week. He walked the whole 10.4 miles with him.
Didn't get any fanfare.
No fanfare.
Whatever. He got the marching band too.
Not really. They were all for Casey.
Yeah, but
Court just stood there.
I feel like that Doug Fur should have broke Court's phone too. You know,
Only fair.
Principal, he put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are your hips? Are your hips doing any better?
No, I'm fine now. It definitely took a couple of days for the soreness to go away. Like I'd wake up in the morning and it'd take me about 5 minutes to actually get fully out of bed. But I'm fine now.
Beef water seemed tender still.
Yeah, he did. He seemed irritated this morning and tired still. So
yeah.
Oh, it's a Monday.
Yeah.
Slept on that hip all night.
I want to see them toes, man. I want to see them toenails.
Do you want to
We
see
have
them
not
toes?
forgotten about those
so
toes,
badly.
bro.
You know, he's in his office rolling his eyes right now. He
digging those into
hates
the
it.
carpet.
He's back there picking at him. That's what he's doing.
Oh,
gross.
man.
All right, Court. I love you, brother.
Love you too.
All right. I'm glad you feel that way. All right. We have some talkback messages to get to before we go here. Earlier, we were asking where should our next bacon and beer go down at? Like what part of town? Which bar?
Yep.
And we are getting some messages.
International Way, right there in Milwaukee, baby. They got a nice back patio. The inside the bar is nice. They got games you can play, all kinds of stuff. Look it up. Joe's Shack. I think it's called, right there in Milwaukee.
In
Try it out.
Milwaukee.
Joe's Crab Shack?
I like the name.
Joe's Shack. Another talkback through the app.
Happy Monday, Brew Crew. McD here. Next bacon and beer. Mother's Bistro, Southwest 2nd Ave, Portland.
That'd be great.
Should be a great place to have it.
I don't know if it's big enough for a bacon and beer, but
Love you
it's
guys. Bye.
dope there.
I think it's big enough, but I'd be afraid of
Messing it up. It's a fancy place.
It's really nice.
Take your shoes off before
Yes,
you come
yeah,
in.
exactly.
More talkbacks.
Hey, Brew, you should come up to the Columbia River Gorge. We got all sorts of breweries up here. You got Full Sail. Got all sorts of them in Hood River and the Dow, so bring
That'd
it
be
on
great.
up to the gorge.
Yeah.
Full Sail would be so dope.
I
if
thought
we
about
did it
that.
out on like the patio.
Well, but would we get an audience out there?
And it is a bit of a drive. It's
It
the
is,
time of
yeah.
year to do it because the highway will remain open.
Yeah, do we have a lot of listeners in the Dalles in that area? Can you even
I
hear
don't
the
know.
station? I don't even know.
I mean, I'd
We've got
assume
the
so.
all-new iHeartRadio
That's
app.
right. Thank you, Drew.
It's our favorite app.
Download it for your cell phone today. You can listen to us in the Dalles.
Or the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's true. And make sure you set 105.9 The Brew as your #1 preset.
Start getting allergies as soon as we do it.
I know.
One more talk back here.
Howdy, Brew Crew. Let's see, bacon and beer. I got a hankering for a hunk of bacon right now. Let's, how about the Kalama Lodge? I know I'm
What's that,
looking
McD?
in
He just
He's
suggested
like,
a place.
Yeah, I'm going to call him with another 9 of them.
He's got a lot of suggestions. He's a man with big ideas.
But you know him. He's already packing stickers into that vest of his, getting
Yeah.
ready for
yeah.
the party.
Well, where should our next bacon and beer go down? What part of town? Which bar? Let us know through our iHeartRadio app.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jello shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.
Portland's rock station. Talking over a violin, I feel very sophisticated.
Tip-top tiddly-bop.
Tip-top tiddly-bop. Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. It's Monday. I'm tired, so we're just kind of like,
We're just being goofy.
Just being goofballs, man.
Goofing.
New boot goofing.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so online we got a lot of stuff to check out at 1059thebrew.com. Our Donkey Show podcast from last week, a lot of good shows from last week, so go check those out when you get a chance. Also online at 1059thebrew.com. What did we post? Did we post? I don't know. Whatever.
We posted, last week, probably my favorite thing from last week that we posted was the video of that woman pooping on somebody's car.
Oh, did you see she got arrested?
Oh, did she?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
they found her.
probably pretty easy to track her down, and she showed no remorse whatsoever.
DNA match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, what a classy lady.
And needs to work on the diet.
Yeah, it was a little mushy.
That thing was completely gacked.
Yeah, it looked like a latte just hit her car.
Yeah, it was totally blasted.
Go check out that video, 1059thebrew.com. You can actually see the moment it happened. It's pretty gnarly.
Not
They
great.
call that taking a frap. A Chino.
Yeah. Also, I can't believe how much attention, we mentioned it earlier, how much attention this debate about who would win in a fight, 100 men or one gorilla.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson chimed in on the fight, on the debate over the weekend. I saw it on the national news. They were talking about it on CNN.
Yeah. Slow news, Jack.
Yeah, I guess so. It was just funny. They go from like Trump's tariffs and
Back
the
to-
economy.
And gorillas.
Yeah. But here's Mike Tyson, probably high or on shrooms or something, talking about if 100 Mike Tysons could beat a gorilla.
Who wins? 100 Mike Tysons or one gorilla?
The gorilla's gonna get If you have to think. No, serious. 100 of us, right? 20 at a time rushing them, fighting them. Probably got, he's not gonna do well. We're gonna stomp his teeth out his mouth, kick him in the grab his I mean, he's not gonna do it, man.
Yeah, and this is a guy, remember, who was all coked up and wanted to fight a tiger at one point.
Okay, yeah, but bro, we saw you in the ring with that Logan, Jake, whatever Paul brother that was.
Yeah, but it's an
You weren't
ancient
looking-
version
you
of
weren't
him.
looking so good.
I think it meant like prime time Mike Tyson, the guy who'd touch your face and you go to bed. I just think that punch is coming from all angles. You even just watch a prison fight in a movie or on TV, you can't block punches 360 degrees around your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to tire that gorilla out, man. 100 people are going to kick its ass. Guaranteed.
2 football teams? Come on.
It's going to happen.
Full of Mike Tysons with hungry mouths for ears.
Laura's not convinced, though.
I'm not convinced.
She thinks the gorilla will win.
If the conversation was easy or it was an easy debate, they wouldn't have talked about it for 2 weeks.
That's
so
true.
It's fair enough.
This also went viral over the weekend. The guy there, I ruined it, the TikTok and Instagram account.
Yeah.
He created Taken the musical. Remember the movie Taken?
Oh, yeah.
Very particular set of skills.
Yes.
Well, he's created Taken the musical, which is
I like
something we
it.
all
I
needed.
don't know who you are, I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you. What I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you, I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want. If you let my daughter go, that'll be the end of it. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you and I will kill you.
Beautiful. Standing ovation from the crowd.
I could see that hitting Broadway.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Just saying.
I will find you and then I will kill you.
Man, I'd be very frightened if that guy was singing that at me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can have the kid back.
I think it would be scarier if he sang it like that instead of just speaking.
Missed opportunity.
Give this guy his kid back. He's singing to us.
He's a
Freaking
maniac.
out. He's being a lunatic.
All right, coming up next, another keyword for your chance to win $1,000 from the Cash Squad. She's running around in the woods with a big old bag of cash. And as soon as you hear that keyword, you got to go to our website, 1059thebrew.com, and enter it in to win. That's coming up after Simple Minds. Happy Monday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on the Brew. Bye.
You've been watching the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream, powered by coffee, Jell-O shots, and depression. Please stand by. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. So be patient, for f***'s sake. Thank you for continuing to hold. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. But as the kids say, chill, bruh. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. On God. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. In the meantime, follow the show on Instagram and TikTok at Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
Thank you for checking out the Tanner, Drew, and Laura SpyCam video stream. We're currently at a break or playing a song that we can't afford the rights to. Please continue to stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. And remember, keep calm and bing bong, f***ers. Thank you for continuing to sit there like a big dum-dum. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to sit there and do nothing. Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back momentarily. In the meantime, call your mom for God's sake. Whoa, isn't this taking forever? Tanner, Drew, and Laura will be back in minutes. Thank you for continuing to hold.